My successful ex-wife reconnected with me and wants to try again, so I broke things off with another girl. Now I'm moving in with the love of my life. My wife and I divorced 5 years ago. It was an amicable divorce with no resentment on either side, because we were simply too young and she had to move away for her career. However, we have kept some contact over the years. Last year, I lost both my parents in quick succession. I did my best to think it out, but it wasn't easy. When my ex-wife heard of it, she immediately reached out and supported me. Thanks to her, I pulled myself back up. Now, we have obviously started to reconnect, and she asked if we could rekindle our relationship, now that we are both more mature and in better places. I, however, feel conflicted. I have not lost my feelings for her completely, but recently, I have started dating a girl, and she knows this. She said she doesn't want to put me in the uncomfortable position of choosing, but then she joked about me simply picking the best candidate for the job as my partner. I don't know how to proceed. With the other girl, we are just in the early stages of dating, so my ex-wife is not intruding on an established relationship. Update 1. Today, she told me she had gotten tickets to the opera for next Saturday because she knew I loved opera and classical music, and invited me. She also proposed to have dinner at a restaurant before the show. When she sprung the idea on me, I had already started casually dating another girl and she also continued to see other people, but if she's really serious about us, I am thinking of breaking it off with the other girl. She also told me that she recognizes she didn't behave fairly with me, and wants to at least try to make things right now that she sees we have both matured and have a real shot at making it. Update 2. Hello, just letting you guys know that we had our date and she just dropped me off at my place. She came to pick me up in her car. She was beautiful, as she always is, but in her dress, she was breathtaking. First, we went to dinner, then to the opera. She insisted on paying for everything. I know she can afford it with her career, but she was adamant that since she asked me out, the tab was hers. I think she studied the whole thing in detail to win me back, and honestly, she's already succeeding. We talked a bit in her car before she left me and we shared a quick kiss. I do think she is serious about giving us a second chance. She even thanked me for accepting her invitation to go out. To add some details about our divorce, it wasn't due to cheating or anything traumatic, she was just pursuing her career and we drifted away. She said she came to regret leaving me and not fighting for our marriage, especially after some really bad experiences she had with guys after me. I do think she is sincere and her motives are genuine. I don't have any resentment towards her leaving me, though I had some at first, but being on my own helped me mature and experience new things and relationships. I did pop her the $1 million question. If I take her back, could she still leave me out of the blue? She replied she learned to never make the same mistake twice. I feel fuzzy, hopeful maybe, and my head won't stop spinning. Oh, and regarding the girl I was dating, I'm going to talk to her about ending things. My ex-wife and her told me I don't have to be exclusive for now, but I'm not a player and I don't want to lead her on if things get serious with my ex-wife again. Update 3. Hey, guys. Some of you said that after last Saturday's amazing date, the ball was in my court and so, I made my move and invited her out this Saturday. I was thinking of taking her to a beautiful historical village in our area, which is also holding a festival for the spring. I was a bit nervous about asking her because it's not as fancy or exquisite as what she did for me, but she immediately said she would love seeing the village. She also mentioned she had a client scheduled on Saturday morning, but she assured me she was rescheduling said client so we could have the whole day together. I was dumbfounded because back when we were married she was adamant that her career was her priority, and now she's chosen me over something related to her career. I don't have my parents anymore, but my sister and my aunt are still here for me and generally, they always saw right through people. They agree that she's really serious about us. Some of you commented or asked about her financial situation. Like I said, I am comfortable financially and I enjoy my own career. She's become very, very successful financially. She has 2 cars which are more than what I make in a year, and her place is one of those new, ultra-modern mini mansions. I admit this intimidated me a bit at first, but I told myself if she reconnected with me, it was because of me as a person and not my status, so I am doing the same, although I genuinely admire what she achieved. Also, to address some guys implying she just had fun and dated around in the last 5 years, it's not like I sat in a dark room alone all that time. I dated, had my flings, even a 2 years relationship. So, I too come with some extra mileage. What matters now is that we both want to give ourselves another try. I wasn't sure about my feelings towards her some days ago, but now I know that I still love her and never stopped, and she most likely feels the same. Maybe I do have my head in the clouds now, but I am determined to show her she made the right choice in reconnecting with me, and we can overcome any obstacle we might find on our path. I feel that this time it will be different. Update 4. Hello, I read through some of the comments, and I have a few things to say. First of all, I agree with the advice of not getting confused into desire, and I believe we have matured to the point where we can sit down and find a solution for any problem that might arise in the future. Second, our marriage broke down because she wanted us to move to another country for 2 years for her career, and I had my misgivings about it, so she went off alone. We talked about this, and I asked if this situation could happen again. She said she might have to take business trips, but nothing longer than a week, and even then no more than a couple of times per year. I am willing to work with that. Many of you wanted to know how the date went. We had a very fun date and an amazing weekend. We were supposed to get back home and end the date in the afternoon, but we got so caught up in the festival's activities. Then, I wanted to show her a popular landmark in the area, then we got back to the festival in the evening. It was almost midnight when we got back to her place, and long story short, I ended up spending the night there. Maybe it's the afterglow speaking, but I think we could really have something good going. We agree that we have both matured from 5 years ago and the feelings we had for each other never went away, but we have also changed as people, so of course, it's different now, and in a good way. I guess that the only thing to do is to go forward and see where this leads. I'm quite optimistic, but I also understand we have to communicate and be careful to not fall back on the same issues that ended our first relationship. Of course, we aren't talking of remarrying anytime soon, and we very well could not remarry at all. We'll take our time and see where this relationship leads. Update 5. It's been a month since we started dating, and things are quite good for now, but like many people said, we are still in the honeymoon phase, so it's way too soon to tell. We mostly go out on fun dates, and we celebrated Easter with my sister and aunt, who welcomed her back with open arms. We ended up talking again in her car as she drove me home. Maybe I was a bit tipsy, and I told her how much she's changed, personality, appearance, and status-wise. She said I changed little if not at all, and that's why she wanted to get back with me. She said I think I have changed, but she saw I am still the same optimistic, kind-hearted fun guy she knew, especially after she saw how I am dealing with losing both my parents and how I dealt with another deep loss 2 years ago. I thought I had grown a bit jaded and maybe pessimistic after all those years, but she said it's not the case. She says I have matured, but deep down, I am the same. I think she too has matured in those years, way more than me. Update 6. Hello guys, I hope you are all doing well. We have talked about our new relationship in the long term, and we have agreed we are in no haste to get remarried anytime soon. However, she would like for us to explore the theme of children at some point in the future, maybe in a couple of years. The topic of children is a bit sensitive for me because I lost a child in a previous relationship with another woman while we were divorced, and it was heavy. However, I would be open to getting on the topic if things keep going well in the next couple of years. My ex-wife knows about this and has been very respectful about it, and agrees that for now, it's definitely too soon. However, she wanted to put all her cards on the table, and I appreciate her being straightforward. She asked me to consider moving in with her full-time at some point this year. Her house is very spacious and she says it's too big for her alone. As of now, I sleep at her place a couple of days a week and she sleeps at mine on the weekends. We are also planning a long romantic weekend at my parents' house for next week. So, things are good. We got the serious talk, but for now, we will keep taking things slowly, enjoy each other and explore our new relationship.